I welcome to all the students. Dear students, today this class is related with the students of BCom second year, third semester. Subject is Principles of Business Management. Now, in this subject, today we are going to cover the contents related with the first topic, that is Introduction to Management. Here, now the contents which we are going to discuss in this session are introduction, definitions, functions and role of management. So as I have said the contents, so first we will discuss about the introduction of the term management. Now actually the term management is nothing but managing man tactfully is called as management, or in general terms management is nothing but an art of getting things done from the other people's, so it is called as a management. Now actually management is nothing but an individual or a group of people or a group of individuals that accept responsibilities to run an organization, and in that they plan, organize, direct, control all the essential activities of the organization. Management does not do the work itself, but they motivate others to do the work and coordinate all the work of individuals for achieving the objectives of an organization. It means that here, with the help of management, the businesses are going to achieve their goals and objectives. It means what? The management is a means, not an end. With the help of management, the business organizations are going to accomplish or achieve their goals and objectives. Now in other words, we can say that the term management brings all the 6M together. Now 6 M's which are very essential in management. Out of that 6 M's, the first M is related with the main, that is the human resources. Second, money, which is the lifeblood of every business organization. Like a human body, our human body never runs without blood, so in the same way businesses never runs without money. Next, machines. In this modern age there is a strong need of machineries. Without having the machineries we can't run with this modern age world. Next, fourth one is materials, fifth one is methods, and last one is markets. So management is nothing but the combination of these 6 M's. Which are these M's? Man, money, machines, materials, methods, and last one is the market. Market is a place where we buy and sell our goods and services. So these are the 6 which brings together by the management. Management uses these resources for achieving the objectives of the organization, such as, now what are the objectives of business organizations? These objectives are nothing but the high sales, maximum profits, business expansion, and the most and very important one is long survival of a business. Long survival of a business is the most important objective of every business organization, because rest of the objectives or goals of any business organization depends upon the long survival of a business organization. If your business organization is not going to survive for a long period, then it cannot be possible to achieve the remaining objectives of that particular business organization. So whatever may be the goals and objectives of any business organization, that should be achieved with the help of management. Now in other words, we can say that management is a set of principles relating to the functions of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the applications of all these things. And the most important thing is that harnessing physical, financial, human and informational resources efficiently and effectively to achieve organizational goals. So this is another important criteria regarding to the management, that management brings 6 M's together. As like that, what it brings, or it harness physical, financial, human and informational resources efficiently and effectively. Efficiency and effectiveness is very important of all these resources. For what? To achieve the organizational goals. So one thing is clear here, that management brings all 6 M's together, and also it harness the physical, financial, human and informational resources efficiently and effectively to achieve the organizational goals. So this is about the little bit introduction of the term management. Now we will see the definitions of the term management. So I have included here 3 definitions of management. Actually there are various definitions given by the management thinkers, but here in our session we have included only 3 definitions. So the first definition given by Harold Kuntz. So in the words of Harold Kuntz, what he says, that management is the art of getting things done through and with people in formally organized groups. As I have already said in the introduction of management, that what is management is the art of getting things done from the people. But here in the words of Harold Kuntz, what he says, that he has added one more thing, that not only getting things done from the other people but with the people. So here getting of things done from the people and with the people, it means here the involvement from the management level is also essential with that people. So that is called as the management is the art of getting things done through and with the people in formally organized groups in the sense that organization is also a group. In every organization the role of management is very important one. It is the management which organizes the organizations, and it takes very efficient and effective work from the organization. That organization or that group may be formally organized one. So this is the definition given by Harold Kuntz. Now we will see the second definition given by Henry Fayol. So Henry Fayol says that to manage means, or to manage is to forecast and to plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate and to control. So he has described the definition of management with the help of 5 words. First one is to forecast. Now forecast means to look into the future or to predict about the future, that what will happen in the future and what we can do in the future, that should be done in the present, and this is related with the management. Forecast to plan, planning is always related with our future activities. In present we are going to plan for the future. Next, to organize. So as I have said that here management's role is to harness or to bring together the physical, financial and informational resources or human resources in order to achieve the organizational goals and objectives. So organize. To command, now again management has to play the role of commanding and directing to all the peoples, those who are the part of that group or those who are the part of that organization. So it is the duty of the management, or it is the role of the management, that they must have to command or direct to all the peoples, those who are actually involved in that group or in that organization. Next one is to coordinate. There must be a strong coordination between all the resources which management have get involved or which management has collected. Next one is to control. The last one is very essential, that we must have to keep control over all the resources which we have collected for the well-being of the business organization or for the smooth and efficient running of the organization. Whatever may be the human, financial, physical, informational resources which we have collected and coordinated, there should be a proper control over all these resources. For what? For the effective utilization of all these resources, proper control system should be developed in the organization, and that control system should be developed by the management. So in the words of Henry Fayol, that management or to manage is to forecast and to plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate and to control. The third definition given by the Mary Parker Follett is that management is the art of getting things done through people. It's a very simple definition. Actually, this definition is already involved in the definition of a Harold Kuhns. What Harold Kuhns said, that management is the art of getting things done through and with people. But Mary Parker Follett says that management is the art of getting things done through people. So one thing is clear from the definition of Harold Kuhns and Mary Parker Follett, that management is the art. Management is what? Management is the art. Art of what? Getting things done from the people and with the people. By combining the definition of Harold Kuhns and Mary Parker Follett, I am saying that the management is the art of getting things done from the people and with the people. The another side of the management is that management is a art as well as science. Because as like a natural science or pure science, there are some principles in the management. We must have to follow that principles. Like a natural science or pure science, the principles of natural sciences are there, the principles of pure sciences are there. In the same way, there are certain principles we must have to follow in case of the management. So management is art as well as science. So friends, these are the definitions given by Harold Kuhns, Henry Fayol and Mary Parker Follett. Now we will move towards the next content of this topic, that is the functions of management. Actually there are 6 functions of management. These are planning, organizing, recruiting, directing, coordinating and controlling. So now we will discuss all these 6 functions one by one. So the first one is planning. Now planning, as already we have discussed in the definition of Henry Fayol, that management is related with planning, or management is nothing but to plan. Planning is related with the future. We are going to plan about the future activities in the present. It means planning is nothing but to look into the future. So with the help of planning, we are going to achieve our future goals and objectives. Or in general, planning is nothing but the answers of WH questions, like what to do, how to do, when to do, where to do, for whom to do, why to do. So these are the questions. When we find the answers of all these questions, that finding of answers of all these questions is nothing but the planning, and it is always related with our future activities. So that's why here planning is related with the future. Now organizing of what? Here management organizes all the things like men, money, machine, material, methods, markets, as well as it organizes all the human, physical, financial or informational resources. So these are the various resources that management has to organize in order to achieve the goals and objectives of the business organization. Now third function of management is that recruiting. Now what is meant by recruiting? Recruiting of human resources. Without having the human resources in our business organization, we can't do anything. So that's why here the recruitment of human resources, the recruitment of human power is also essential one. So in case of recruiting, management first organizes the recruitment process, and through that recruitment process they recruit some persons or peoples in the organization for performing the various activities or various functions of the business organization. Next, the fourth function is directing. Now directing is related with what? Whatever may be the human resources which we have recruited in the business organization. So the proper direction to all these people is required, and it is the duty or it is the role of the management that they should have to direct not only to the human resources, but they must have to give a proper direction to all the financial resources, all the informational resources, all the physical resources, or whatever may be the resources which management has raised for the smooth functioning of business, that they must have to give a proper direction to all that resources. So this is called as directing. Next function of management is that coordinating. Now there must be a strong coordination between all these resources. As we know that in every business organization there are various departments. For example, production department, purchase department, selling department, marketing department, finance department, human resource department. So there must be a proper coordination between all these departments. Not only these departments, but the activities performed or run by these departments should be coordinated very well, and it is the responsibility of management that they should have to bring a proper coordination among all these activities performed by the various people belongs to the different departments. So there is a strong need of having a coordination among the peoples of different departments and their functions and their activities. Last but the most important is that the function of controlling. Management has to keep a proper control over all the various functions of management, as well as the various activities to be performed by the organization, because in order to achieve our standard goals and objectives, controlling is required there. Now for achieving our goals, we set our standards and we work as per that standards. Now every management is interested to achieve their standards. Now after following these standards, when we are going to check the actual performance with the standard performance, we always find there is a gap. So in order to meet that gap between the standard performance and actual performance, there is a strong need of controlling. So from that point of view, the controlling is a very important function of management. So these are the various functions to be performed by the management. So these 6 functions are planning, organizing, recruiting, directing, coordinating, and last one is controlling. So here we have completed the third content of this session, that is the functions of management. Already we have discussed its introduction, then definitions, functions. Now we will move towards the fourth content of today's session, that is the role of management. Actually, whatever we have discussed in earlier 3 contents, the role of management should be clear one. Apart from this, we are going to study this separate content with a separate heading, that is the role of management. Now the role of management is to be studied with the help of various points which I have listed here. The first one is change management, accomplishment of group goals, effective utilization of business resources, then effective functioning of business, a tool for personality development, tackling problems, role of innovator, management directs the organization, and last one is integrates various interests. So now we will discuss all these points one by one. So the first one is change management. So we know very well that in modern business world, change takes place very frequently and continuously. Sometimes this change may leads to opportunity or threat. It is the common result of every change, that every change results into two, that is the opportunity or threat. Now it is the perception of the management, that how they are taking it. If you are going to take it as an opportunity, then that is your positive perception. If you are going to take that change as a threat, that is your negative perception. So here it is the management which converts, or it is the positive perception or positive attitude of that management which converts that threat into opportunity. Otherwise what will happen? If the view, if the eyesight, if the perception of that management is negative, so definitely it will convert the opportunity into threat. But a management of having positive eyesight and positive perception will definitely convert the threats into opportunity. So that's why here change management means what? That management has to play the role of managing the change, because change is permanent. There is one say that nothing is permanent in this world except the change. Change is the only thing which continuously happens in our life. So it is the duty of the management that they have to manage the changes, and with the help of managing changes, definitely they will convert their problems, definitely they convert their threats into the opportunities. So change management is. Second one is accomplishment of group goals. As I have already stated in the introductory part of the management, that management is a means, not an end. We are going to utilize management for achieving the goals of business organization or the objectives of a group. From that point of view, here it is the role of management that it should accomplish the group goals. Now, the achievement of objectives of a business depends upon three factors. Again, I am repeating that the achievement of objectives of a business depends upon three factors. The first one is the proper planning of available resources, adjusting planning of or adjusting possibility of business unit with existing business environment, and the third one is the quality of decision taken and control made by the business unit. So these three things are very essential for accomplishing the group goals, and management has to look after all these three things. Which are these three things? That proper planning of available resources, second one is adjusting possibility of business unit with the existing business environment, and third one is the quality of decision taken and control made by the business unit. So management creates proper coordination among these three factors. Number third one is effective utilization of business resources. Now the first question regarding to this point is that which are the business resources? The business resources are physical resources, then financial resources, human resources, informational resources. Look at the heading of point, effective utilization of resources. Every business organization uses its resources, but there is a difference between the use of resources from business to business. The proper or efficient or effective utilization of business resources is essential. And for that effective utilization of business resources, management or the proper management of that resources is essential. It is the management of the business organization which look after all the things or all the resources or the effective utilization of the resources. There should not be underutilization of resources. There should not be overutilization of resources, but the adequate use or the adequate utilization of resources is required. Low is not compatible, over is not compatible, but the adequate use of business resources is required. And for that adequate use of business resources or the effective utilization of business resources, management is very important, or the role of management is a very essential. Now the fourth point is effective functioning of business. So now effective functioning of business is totally depends upon the things like ability, experiences, mutual understanding, coordination, motivation, supervision. So these are the things which are very essential or responsible for effective functioning of business. Which are these things? Ability, experience, mutual understanding, coordination, motivation, and supervision. When a management has all these things, so definitely business will perform its functions very effectively, and the business will utilize or the management will utilize all its business resources very effectively and efficiently. So for the effective utilization of business resources as well as for the effective functioning of businesses, ability, experience, mutual understanding, motivation, coordination, supervision are very essential one. And every management has to develop all these things among its human resources, because human resources are very vital one. Human resources handles all other resources like financial resources, physical resources, informational resources. So from that point of view, here the ability, experiences, mutual understanding are very essential for effective utilization of business resources as well as for the effective functioning of business. Now the fifth point in role of management is a tool for personality development. Now it is the management which gives direction to its workforce. It is the management which gives direction to its workforce. Now for the personality development of a workforce, management is responsible. How? Because management thoughts or management thoughts new methods or techniques to its workers. It means that for the effective Personality development. Management has to organize the training programs, and during that training programs the personality of its workforce should be developed, and in that training program management has to taught new methods of doing work or to apply the new techniques in order to accomplish their regular activities, and from that new methods as well as from that new techniques which management has given during the training program, through that the personality of workforce should be developed. Otherwise, how it is possible for the workforce to develop their personality? So for developing the personality of workforce, management has to organize various training programs, and the important thing regarding to the personality development is that when the personality of workforce is developed, so automatically it raises the efficiency and production ability or productivity ability of the workforce. So if a management want to develop the efficiency and productivity of its workforce, then it must have to focus on the personality development of the business organization. Now next point is that tackling problems. Tackling problems means what? Whatever may be the problems raised in the business organization, that should be solved or that should be resolved by the management. So for that every management has to work like a friend with its workforce, or they has to work like a guide, like a friend, like a guide. They have to give a proper direction to its workforce. If management applies this type of role, definitely all sort of problems will be tackled or all sort of problems will be solved by the management. Otherwise it cannot be possible for the management. And one more thing is that management has to bring confidence among the people or among the workforce by its free nature, or we can say that when workers get overconfidence of solving the problems for effective performance of a job, they fail in tackling the problems efficiently, and reverse may be the situation. Overconfidence as well as low confidence. So management has to keep the level of confidence up to the mark among its workforce. If the confidence of workforce goes high, definitely they will fail to solve the problem. If their confidence is very low, definitely they will fail to solve the problem. So for solving or tackling various type of problems, the adequate confidence level is required there, and it is the responsibility of management that they must have to bring that type of confidence level amongst its workforce. Next one is the role of innovator, or we can say that innovation. Innovation is very essential one, because in business organization or in the field of business, which type of business organization survive? Those who brings the changes. Those who brings the changes are those who create the new things, those who innovate the various things in the market. Definitely they will rule the market. So like a change. Now change, here I will explain three things regarding the change. The people, those who deny the change, they will die. The people, those who accept the change, they will survive, and the people, those who introduce the change, they will rule the world. So the first point which we have discussed, that is the change management. Now change comes through the innovation. Now it is the responsibility of the management that they have to create new things, they have to innovate various things, new ideas, new thoughts should be developed by the management and should be created by the management. These ideas and thoughts should be used to raise the performance and to achieve the goals of the businesses. The management also helps to implement these ideas properly. Now for that innovation, management has to bring that sort of confidence among its employees for creating new ideas, for creating new thoughts, or for developing the new things in the business organization. That management has to take the responsibility, or they must have to bring that type of confidence among its workforce. So role of innovator or innovation should be done by the management. Next point is management directs the organization. Yes, definitely, because directing is one of the function of management, and every management has to direct to its workforce. Directing to the organization means what? Directing to its workforce. Organization runs means when its workforce runs, then organization runs. So here I am going to say that management directs the workforce or the peoples of that organization. So here management directs the organization, and the proper and essential guidance or the direction helps to all the employees of the business organization to complete their activities smoothly, efficiently, and within a proper time, and by consuming less money, less efforts, and less time. So for saving the time, for saving the efforts of the employees, management has to direct them properly. So this is about the 8th point, management directs the organization. Point number 9, last point, integrates various interests. It is very essential one, that management has to bring coordination among the interest of all the people, those who are related with that organization. Actually, the interest of the organization is different. The interest of the people, those who are working in that organization, is also different. It is the management which coordinates the interest of management and its workforce. Among the workforce, we know very well that our workforce should be divided into 3 groups: top management, middle management, lower management. The interest of top management is different, interest of middle management is different, interest of lower management is different, but there should be a coordination among the interest of these 3 level management. So management has to bring, or management has to integrate the interest of various people, those who are related or those who are working in that organization. So this is the last role should be performed by the management. So these are the various roles should be performed by the management, that is change management, accomplishment of group goals, effective utilization of business resources, effective functioning of businesses, a tool for personality development, tackling problems, role of innovator, management directs the organization, integrates various interests. So, friends, this is from my side regarding to the introduction of management, definition, functions and role of management. Thank you. Thank you for your patience listening. I am Dr. Basuraj Lakshatte, Department of Commerce, Adarsh College, Hingoli. Thank you.